Well, hello. Today we're going to be working on equations that have a radical sign in them. So we haven't done anything like this before. And the important thing to note is that the radical has to be by itself on one side. There can't be anything like here outside it, added or subtracted. So if the radical's by itself on one side, the way we undo a square root, so when we're solving, like when something's added, we subtract, we do the opposite operation. The opposite of a square root is to square it. And a square root cancel out, and you're left with just what was inside. And then 1 squared is just 1. And then you have this little equation to solve. You want to get 4n by itself, subtract a 1 from both sides. So we have 4n equals 0. N is multiplied by 4, divide by 4, and we get n is 0. Okay, so once we square it and get rid of the radical sign, it's just a simple little equation. All right, let's look here. There's nothing with the radical sign. There's nothing multiplied in front or anything. So we can square both sides. Cancels the square root. And we get 4r equals 2 squared, which is 4. Divide both sides by 4. R is 1. Okay. We'll do one more. We need to get rid of the square root. So we square both sides. A square and a square root are opposite operations. So we're just left with x plus 2, and then 5 squared, 25. Solve this little equation. X equals 23. Okay. Sometimes there could be something added with the radical. So here we've got something added here. On this problem, we've got something here. On this problem down here, we've got to multiply by -4. So we have to deal with that first. We have to get the radical all by itself. So I'm going to add a 2 to both sides. So what I get is the square root of n divided by 5 equals 4. Now the radical's by itself. There's nothing in front or outside behind it. I can square both sides, and I just get n divided by 5 equals 16. Right? 4 squared is 16. N is divided by 5. I multiply both sides by 5, and I get n equals 80. And if we've substituted back, if we put 80 here, 80 divided by 5 is 16. The square root of 16 would be 4. -2 plus 4 equals 2. So this answer fits in there and makes it true. Okay, let's do this next one where something is multiplied outside the radical. So this is multiplied by a -4. We're going to divide both sides by a -4. So we get 5 equals, and we're left with the square root of 7n minus 3. The radical square root is by itself, so we're going to square both sides. So we have 25 equals 7n minus 3, and then we'll solve. Add a 3 to both sides, so we get 28 equals 7 times n. N is multiplied by 7. We divide by 7 and get n equals 4. And if we check that, 7 times 4 is 28. 28 minus 3 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. And -4 times 5 would equal -20. So it substitutes in there and makes it true. All right, this last one, if we look, so the radical ends here, and we've got this plus 3. So we have to subtract a 3 from both sides. So we get 2 equals radical k plus 1. And now we can square both sides, and we get 4 equals k plus 1. Subtract a 1 from both sides. 3 equals k, or k equals 3. Okay, that's it.